No, the training I had was taught by life, actually. I fell in love with movies. I mean, when I realized that I was going to follow that passion professionally in my senior year in college. I had seen a film by the French novelist Alain Robbe-Grillet called L'Immortel that stunned me, and in it I saw everything. I saw literature, I saw theater, I saw photography, I saw all of the arts coalescing, and I said, I want to live in this world, you know. It may not be a great film, but it marked me for life, so it occupies a soft spot in my heart. As a child, I remember wanting to learn how to play the piano. And as I explained, my father came from a very conservative, old world kind of family, and he really, truly believed that I would become gay if I learned how to play a musical instrument, you know. I think he didn't live. He didn't live to see me as a music producer. But I think he would have found it amusing that another instinct that I had as a child that he stymied came back to me as an adult. I don't think that it was incidental. You know, when I left the festival, which was an impromptu decision, I didn't leave the festival to become a music producer. It just happened that there was the opportunity to be one, and that I had prepared unconsciously all of my life for that. It felt natural, and it felt good. You know, it was devastating for me having to leave the festival, having created the animal, you know, but at the same time, you don't know how rewarding it is to know that you're not a one-trick pony, you know. And it was so nice, all of a sudden, to give vent to my love of music. I had been progressively getting involved in music through scholarship. I published what was, in 1998, the first book in any language published about Latin jazz. And I had been associate producer, sorry. I had become associate producer of the first documentary made about it, Calle 54, directed by Fernando Trueba, with whom I went on to create a boutique record label called Calle 54 after the film. Fernando had edited the dictionary of Latin jazz that I wrote, and we had done for Spanish National Radio, ran for 3 years, and at one point had a worldwide audience of 500,000 listeners. So we had a little background, and we had just the immense good fortune that the first album that we produced under our label became a runaway international success, sold in excess of 1 million copies in the era of piracy. We're talking actual sales in excess of 1 million worldwide, and it set us off in style. And all of a sudden, I had never set foot inside a recording studio before the age of 50, and here I was, a Grammy Award-winning music producer. So it softened the blow of having to leave the festival. And it was gratifying that many years after the fact that I was invited by my dear friend Stephen Krams to come back into exhibition. Had anyone else invited me, chances are I would not have accepted, because the memories I had were of leaving were very painful. However, I never say no to a friend, and I have a history in my life of leading from the heart So I'm glad, number one, that he invited me to revisit my first love, and two, that I accepted, you know, and that I trusted him, and that not only has he not betrayed my trust, but that I've enjoyed myself tremendously, going back to something that I thought that I had left behind.